So the first phase of Wuthering Waves version 1.3 is finally coming to a close, with us soon to get the second phase with new banners, new events, and even more. But a lot of us players have been kind of left in the dark about what's actually going to be happening, and also what's going to be happening in the future with updates like 1.4. Well, recently Wuthering Waves actually put out a post kind of detailing all the events we're going to see for the rest of 1.3, and also giving us a little bit of a look at 1.4 and kind of just teasing us a bit. In my last video, I actually talked about an event going on called the Bountiful Crescendo, which I definitely think will prepare a lot of people for the second phase of 1.3 and also prepare people for 1.4 in the future. So I definitely recommend to do that if you guys haven't already. But pretty much it gives you a lot of, double rewards and stuff like that. And with a lot of the events that are coming out in this version, you're definitely not going to want to miss that. But before we get into all the events coming to Wuthering Waves 1.3, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and also go to my Twitch where I'm going to be streaming live. It's going to be down in the pinned comment below or also in the description. You can go click on the link, go follow so you get notified as soon as I go live. And again, I'm going to be trying to stream a lot more than I have been in the past, so I definitely recommend coming to go check me out, as we've already had some really great discussions about Wuthering Waves and other topics surrounding the gacha sphere. But let's get back into the video. So just a couple of hours ago, Wuthering Waves actually released a post saying a compilation of upcoming events in version 1.3, then giving us 4 different pictures of a lot of the stuff that is actually coming to the game. So for the first one, as you can see, this is going to be a very Encore kind of centric update. I guess you could call it an update. A lot of these are going to be merely events. So 1.3, obviously we had the Black Shores at the start, with a lot of the stuff to do with the Shorekeeper and the main story. But the second phase is more going to be a kind of getting you through the update kind of thing. So there's going to be some companion stories, there's going to be some events, there's going to be some other stuff, which may not seem like a big update to you. And obviously, because it isn't anything absolutely massive. I wouldn't say that a lot of these updates are going to be, game changing or anything. But it is kind of interesting to see, and also, it's going to be exciting for a lot of the people that like certain stuff. For example, Encore, because the first thing they're adding to the second phase of 1.3 is Small Woolly Big Adventure, which is a companion story for Encore. Now, this actually becomes permanently available on the 24th of October, which is in just over a week's time. Now, it'll probably be even less by the time I upload this video, but pretty much they say while in Jinzhou, you run into Encore on vacation. She extends a special invitation to you. The adventure is about to begin. As her closest friend, will you join the Woolly Warrior on this exciting journey? And you got to be Union level 18 for this, and also complete a main quest chapter, which again is totally fine. And again, a lot of people who main Encore or care about Encore's character are going to be excited about this because, again, it gives us more of a look into Encore's character and what she's like and pretty much where she's come from, because we don't really get a lot of that with a lot of the 5 stars. Now, one of the things I do hope that Wuthering Waves do add in the future, obviously we're not going to see it in 1.3, but maybe in 1.4 or in any other ones, would be a Calcharo story. I definitely think this has been long overdue. People have been asking where Calcharo has been in the story ever since he came out, and we still haven't gotten any kind of clarification on, what exactly he is and what kind of benefit he brings to the story. Now, maybe this is a tactical kind of thing, and they're waiting for a certain moment in the main story for him to appear, and that he actually has a bigger role than we think. Because let's not forget, he does have a very cool character design, so I could see him being an important character in the story. But to be honest, in the direction that the story is going, I don't really know how he's going to fit in, so a companion story would be definitely good to kind of clear up a lot of loose ends on who he actually is, and to kind of further the world of Wuthering Waves, because that's what this update is doing. It's bringing a lot of people over and getting people interested in the lore of some of the standard characters, which I just think is great. But then we move on to the second feature, which is Prevail, the Lasting Night. Now, this is going to be the banner that is going to be featuring on the second phase, which we've known for a while is going to be Jian. Now, Jian was the first character, I think, to come out whenever, the game released, and a lot of people really wanted him, but at the same time, a lot of people didn't pull on him because they were saving up for Yinlin. Not that they didn't like him at all, but they were saving, and, they didn't want to mess up their chances. So, again, it gives a lot of people another chance to get Jian. He is a very good character, as we've seen. He's very good at kind of crowd controlling, I'm pretty sure. I was one of the ones that actually saved up for Yinlin, so I've never actually really used him. Now, will I be pulling on him? Probably not, because they did kind of screw him over again with a lot of the surrounding banners. Obviously, the Shorekeeper was before him, and then afterwards, it's going to probably be Camellya. So, again, that's kind of a sticky situation. But one of the main things that a lot of people might be pulling on is Yohu, who is going to be on the banner as well. Now, Yohu is the new 4-star, which we saw in the newest story. Now, there's been a very big community of people who like Yohu. There was a whole situation of it being weird. I don't, condone that at all. I definitely think the weirdos are just gonna, be weird and just do their own weird thing. But again, there's a lot of like normal people that also like Yohu as well, which I think is great. And I definitely think that is going to be what drives the sales up for this banner is Yohu, because it's a new character. Everyone wants to get their hands on a new character. And there will be a couple of people who don't actually want to pull for Gian as well. They'll just try to pull on like a couple of temples and hope that they just don't get him early. But again, there's going to be a lot of people that fail that, and it means that people are going to be spending on this banner. So hopefully it does pretty good, just for that kind of meantime, and especially for the revenue of Wuthering Waves. Now, we've also got Sanhua and Mortefi on the banner as well, which is great. Sanhua has been a very, very enjoyed character, I'm pretty sure, and also Mortefi too. I've seen him used in quite a lot of teams. So again, that's very exciting to see. And they also make it very, very clear here. They say after the event ends, starting from version 1.4, 4-star Resonator Yohu will be permanently available in the standard weapon and character convene, which again is kind of to be expected because obviously it's the standard banner. You're going to get a lot of 4 stars on the standard banner. But what surprised me more is that Yohu will also be simultaneously made available in the Afterglow Coral store and will be removed at the end of version 1.4. So it means people in version 1.4 can actually go and spend their coral on Yohu and get her on the shop, which I think is great. And it's going to cost you 80 Afterglow corals, which again is quite a bit, but it does help out a lot of people who maybe don't want to pull on Gian and actually want Yohu. So again, they can kind of pull on the next character, which is Camellya, get the coral and then use it on Yohu, which is just great. And it seems like the devs have actually listened to it as much as I hate that joke. I think they actually have listened to us because people were saying, I don't want to pull on Gian just to get Yohu. But I think this is a really, really good compromise here, as you can literally just buy her on the store if you have enough corals at some point. But let's not forget that this actually ends at the end of version 1.4, so I'd definitely be careful. Now, obviously, below here is also Gian's weapon, which again is to be expected. We also got a new 4-star weapon too, which again is great to see. And they also say starting from version 1.4, the 4-star weapon series Deep Sky Blazer will be permanently available in the standard weapon and character convene, which again is to be expected. So again, that's great. And hopefully they do actually have the, translation correct for the Verdant Summit this time. As last time, this was the weapon that kind of caused the mistranslation drama stuff that went on in Japan. And then we move on to some of the events. Now, a lot of these events have already gone on in the game a lot. We got the Lolo campaign rerun, which again is during this event, you can complete Lolo campaign once per day to obtain Lolo stamps. And pretty much you spin a wheel and then you can get some rewards, which again is great. You have the opportunity to get 400 Asteroid and also 5 standard pools, which I think is very, very generous. And again, this is going to help you get some more rewards for, Camellya and any other future character that you want to get for 1.4. Now it says Infinite Battle Simulation as well. Defeat enemies in the Infinite Battle Simulation and open supply chest to obtain as many tactic points and low capacity variable buffs as possible. Complete challenges and meet tactic point requirements to claim level rewards and receive point rewards as your total points hit the target. So again, this seems like to be a kind of like battle kind of event going on. I don't think this is actually a rerun. I don't think we've actually seen this one before. But again, that's really great as you can get 600 Asteroid and also a ton of Echo stuff too. So this is going to be very helpful for a lot of people, especially in getting that Asteroid. And then finally, we have the Wuthering Exploration event, which we actually have already seen. I forgot what region it's currently on. I forgot if it's the Black Shores or if they just did it on Jinjo. But again, this one is going to be for Mount Firmament, which pretty much you go around, do some survey tasks around Mount Firmament, and then you get 800 Asteroid along with some more Echo stuff, which again is great. And it really helps you get that leg up whenever it comes to pools and also just echoes for your characters. This will be from the 31st of October to the 13th of November. So again, you've got quite a bit of time to actually do it. And then finally, we've got Cord Cleansing, which again is just a double rewards event, which is great to see. Obviously, we've seen it with the Crescendo and stuff like that as well. So again, it's going to be really exciting to see that come into the game as well, because it means we're going to have even more doubled rewards from the 6th to the 13th of November. Which means, you can be very prepared for Camellya and any other character that's coming in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire post of Wuthering Waves and what's coming to the next phase of 1.3. Again, it's looking great and Wuthering Waves are really cooking with this. I definitely think it's a pretty decent update, especially for one that's supposed to kind of bring you through to 1.4. And I'm very excited to see, what they're going to bring out on 1.4, seeing as they already have some pretty big plans with Yohu being on the story and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting. And again, sorry this video is a little bit late. Obviously, I know by the time I upload this, this is going to be a day or so late. But again, I wanted to get to this as soon as possible. I've been a little bit busy, so I couldn't actually release it on the day that I wanted to. But also, it is very exciting to look at and just very interesting to look at from a Wuthering Waves standpoint. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that this is a good update? Do you think that this has got a ton of really nice stuff in it? Or do you think that this is a pretty boring update and that you won't be playing it? Again, I think it's pretty good, and I think it's good for an update that's not supposed to be, you know, full main story, you know, full-blown stuff. It gives you a lot of events and stuff to do in the meantime, and hopefully we can see more of this from Wuthering Waves in the future. But if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go to my Twitch. As I said, I'm going to be streaming live there. Go down to the pinned comment below, and yeah, that's about all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.